We are up here in the attic. We're at the HVAC indoor air handler. This is our refrigerant piping. This installation can be like this because it's not outside. We've got good straps. I'm not seeing a care and use manual. Okay, this is our electric disconnect over here. Our pan's got some dust in it, but really it doesn't have much in the way of debris, and it's held up fine. How about that? Okay, I'm lazy. I don't want to see problems. Okay, so that's our heater so far. We'll play with it a little more, but okay, so let's just talk about our air conditioning for a little bit, because that's the order of the report: heating, air conditioning, and ventilation. So if you look it up in the industry, it's heating, venting, and air conditioning, but not on our report. So here we go. This is our primary drain that there's been some problems with earlier, and this is our secondary drain that goes to the pan. It's got a little float, a little safety switch right there. Now, this is the P-trap for this. This is the clean out. Like if it gets clogged or something, this just comes off and they can blow it out. This is a clean out. This is supposed to have a cap on it. This is a vent. It's supposed to not have a cap on it. This is correct. Sometimes I end up having to take one off or swap them around or whatever, but this is by design. This is a vent. This is the clean out. This is the P-trap. Now this is the crux of the biscuit. This is the story. All right, everybody, refill your popcorn bowl. These are your evaporator coils. As the air is raked across the coils, it not only extracts, it rakes the heat out of the air and the humidity. That's why we have these drain pipes. Okay? So these coils are collecting humidity. When it turns off, it all drops. Got it? The air, the pressure is not holding it up in this tight house. So it just drops. Get it? It goes through this drain. Get that? We have a shallow trap. Not a self-cleaning trap, a self-clearing trap. It's like a roller coaster. The last car follows the first. Because this is not a deep trap, it goes whoom, just like an Alestra commercial with Jamie Lee Curtis. Whoom, it smooths right on out, cleans right on out. You know where this goes? This goes to the sewer. So now all this piping has been left open. So now the sewer gases migrate back up here, and then they come up here and they hang out in your coils and stuff, trying to make molds and things like that. And then when the air conditioner kicks back on, it distributes all those pathogens and cooties or whatever it is, and it distributes it evenly throughout the house. You won't smell anything. It's happening, but you don't know it's happening. You won't see it. That's what the deal is with the short, shallow trap. Read the manufacturer. The manufacturer will tell you whether this trap is acceptable or not. I have a feeling that they're going to tell you that they want a deeper trap. My experience suggests that. So, do they sell these in the parts store? They sure do. Are they cheaper? They sure are. Is it quicker to put them in? It sure is. We got to have time to go to the beer store. It's not a good day if you work so late making a P-trap that you can't stop by the beer store on the way to clock out. So we end up with these things. You gotta keep the boys in beer. Maybe not, but that's a shallow trap. That's the only thing I can find wrong with the cooling system in here, except for not finding a care and use manual. That's the only thing I can find.
Might be trapped all the way over there. Maybe that little document all the way to the left.
Yep, might be. Yeah, there it is. We got a care and use manual right there. How about that? Okay. So no problems with the heating system as of yet. The only thing we got a shallow trap. That's as of yet. Now, this is our air filter. My dear client, she knows all about it, and she even found out that this size doesn't fit. This size fits. So it's 16 by 25 by 5. There we go. And so we got that. So now let's go to our ventilation system.
Do you want me to turn on this fresh air intake or no?
Nope. Nope, there it is. There's our fresh air intake. It's scheduled to come on at intervals. Now, one thing about this fresh air intake is it's passive. So when that switch comes on, it opens up the vent and it gets sucked through here because this is the way the airflow is going. And so it just drags it in. It's passive. You don't have a fresh air box.
So you said it comes in on intervals. We actually don't have any schedules set up. Should we have a schedule set up?
Yeah, it's supposed to make it a safe house.
Okay. What would you recommend?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't studied it yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because I just do it manually on some days where it's not too hot.
You shouldn't. No. That's like living in a barn.
Because our app, like the app, does allow me to set a schedule, or I can put it to auto. I guess I should just use it at auto.
Unless you want to set a schedule. So our air duct is pretty good. Now the only thing about our air duct that I can find, because usually it's sagging and leaking and stuff like that, and I'm really, got to tell you, the installation here is a little above par, or below par, above par. I don't know, I don't golf. Okay. So, but see this webbing right here? There should be saddles underneath it. A lot of times I use cardboard. I'm not too impressed with that. Sometimes I use sheet metal. That's more impressive. But this is just like a cheap belt. This is a quick fashion, all right? So this will start curling, and it'll start pinching your air duct.
Okay.
And so you're supposed to have that saddle between the webbing and the duct.
Does it need that at every single point?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's the way it should have been installed.
Okay.
And once it gets installed, and I don't know who's going to do it, all right? But you see how this insulation looks like a fresh snow? That's the way it's supposed to look. You start tromping through there and disrupting all that, you're going to be disrupting your insulation. So it's going to take, somebody's going to need some skills, like over there. By the way,
Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
That's me and
where I can, where I can see the rafters over there.
We did even.
Has it been covered? Okay.
Yep.
Well, then that's compromises your insulation over in that area.
So we're gonna need to